Shalom. Salaki for whatever happened. Yeah, so let me make sure. Let me make sure. I'm about to put the mics on because it sound like water. I'm about to put the mics on because it sound like water. Salaki, family. I want to see if the. It sound like water. Salaki, family. I want to see if the. It's still the same. Still the same. Y'all. So hey, as long as y'all can hear, that's all that needs, right? Um, First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the one true power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the most high God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the elder prophets, and great millstone who rule well, teaching his word and believing his word. Lord willing, they can continue to endure and be sincere. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching his word and believing his word. Lord willing, in the same spirit, they can endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Aquatim that are believers of his word. Lord willing, you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. The Lord willing, the most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. You see the title. It says the elect men will boldly stand in their lot. How much more you? How much more us? They're gonna be standing there a lot. And talking about the men of the Lord, they're gonna be the elect. They're gonna be teaching. They're gonna be going into the news. They're gonna be watchmen. Yes, they're going to rebuke people in their own nation, right? Because this is not one-sided. We just come at the other nations. No, this is coming at your household. Shoot, if you a teacher and you having problems in your household, the spirit might hit you and you might do a lesson about your kids. And it's about all kids. You might do a lesson about women because your wife was moving out of order, but then you start thinking this is a lot of our women, right? The men of the Lord are the judges on the earth, you know. And this hit me while I was at work, but this been on my mind every day. Thinking of the elect, thinking about putting your hands to the plow. Who is the example of doing that? Of course, it's Yahweh Shai, but it's the men of the Lord that He put as the head of this ministry. You know, like the captain said, he's like, man, work is just like working for you got to look at it like working for the Lord. You go to Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. He tell you to do so whatever. Actually, let's not. But yeah, let's not butch the Lord. Let's not butch His scriptures, man. Let me not, right? Anybody else, you shouldn't want to butcher the scriptures either. This Colossians 3 and 23, it says, whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. So everything we do in our mind, like job, whatever, you want to do it like you're doing it to the Lord and not unto men. That help you keep it on track, like your marriage. You're doing it unto the Lord, let alone I could think deeply. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is the best example of marriage, right? Look how Yahweh Shai is dedicated to his wife, which is the nation of Israel. The delicate part of his wife is the elect, starting with the men down, right? So let's get into this because it's really history I want to think about, because the men of the Lord, you're going to be in your lot. Either you're going to die for this truth or you're going to endure into the end, right? Because some of the elect men is going to die for this ministry, and there's going to be some that won't even taste death until the dying of their flesh and getting into that glorified body, right? It's different levels of this. And then you got even some men that's on a way lower level where the Lord didn't call them to go teach. They might just have their household in order. You still got a lot too, you know, but the top part of this, they have a lot. They have to be sufficient in this thing, you know. So let's just get the classic that brothers always get, because when it comes to the prophets, they're teaching in all angles, teaching at they people, teaching against nations, and going into prophecies, going into parables, going into dark sayings. They are the real example of a teacher, right? So let's just get this, because brothers, we always bring this out, but this is important because this is the example that the elect set. You know, the men of the Lord set from past tense to now. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. That's a basic scripture that's always coming out, but that's the lot of the true men of the Lord. They're going to be prophesying against many countries, different leaders, great kingdoms, great leaders of war, right? And of evil and of pestilence. They're going to teach in all angles, right? Even teaching about marriage, about women, right? It was other scriptures I had. It's just the video messed me up. So let's just tap into the history that I wanted to get into. So this is Second Chronicles chapter 36, and we're going to read verse 14 to 16. It says, moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord Yahweh, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. And the Lord Yahweh power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up bedtime and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. So when the Lord was sending the prophets, that's really the Lord, right? Because if you receive a prophet, you receive a prophet reward. But if you receive a prophet, you're receiving the Lord. If you reject the prophet, you're rejecting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Let's get a quick example. Right? Sorry, I'm just got out of working. My words ain't, I'm slipping and sliding. This is Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 33. It says, and they have turned unto me the back and not the face. Though I taught them, rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. This was physically Jeremiah, but Jeremiah is letting us know, even through the Spirit, if Yahweh raised up Jeremiah, we really turned our back on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. If the Lord sent Jeremiah to come teach this word, to do this, right? Just like lessons, whatever is brought out, it was already orchestrated what you were going to bring out. Jeremiah was a mourning prophet, mourning over Israel, but that was his lot, let alone he was walking in his lot, teaching his word, and everybody turning it back. But literally, if he's considered a major prophet, you were turning your back on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because Jeremiah was revealed certain secrets, especially when we're talking about prophecies, right? And Israel didn't understand it. It's sometimes when Jeremiah was speaking, talking about Babylon being desolate, but right now, which in modern day right now, that's Iran, people are living over there, making shop, selling, buying. So he was really talking on a deeper level, because that Babylon is this modern Babylon of today, right? So we see that people don't want to hear the prophets speaking of war or pestilence. We're messing up, Jake's parade. That goes back to what Yarmayan brought out in his lesson, which I'm going to just reflect. I'm going to just get to the video, and I'll just show you the video I'm actually talking about. Where is it? Brother Yarmayan. There we go. This the video.
Shalom, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth. Before we get started, we can give all praise, honor, and glory to Yah. You know, y'all niggas still want to be that's standing on the four corners of the earth so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. All right? And, we just gonna say, y'all niggas still want to be here. All right? And it shows, right? We're in the spirit of getting the hell out of here, man. All right? See, the elect men are going to be in the spirit of getting the hell up out of Babylon, man. You got a lot of, Israelites.
That's the main point, you know. Every teacher, even if they're not just talking about it a lot, they're serious about telling the children of Israel to turn back to their power. Believe in your power. Pray to your power. Do what your power commands you to do. Be a servant to your power. Yield to your power. Fear your power. Speak. Talk about your power. Teach your children about your power. You know, anybody not teaching their children or their loved ones about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, how can we really say we love them, right? I'm gonna finish reading 2 Chronicles 36 and reading verse 16, but something hit my mind. Another classic scripture. This is Judges chapter 2, verse 10. It says, and also all that generation were gathered unto their fathers, and there arose another generation after them, which knew not the Lord Yahweh, nor yet the works which he had done for Israel. Right? And you got to think, just off of that verse, we sitting in that lot right now, where it's a new generation rising up, and they don't know nothing. They'll just know about Jesus in John 3:16. They don't know why did he really die? What did the people do? Because they don't have, they wasn't taught the history. Because the Bible is really a history-based book. You know, in order to understand things of today, you have to know history in the scriptures, right? But if we're seeing that the children of Israel despise the prophets, that's going to be, that's going to fall into the position of the Judges 2 and 10. Another generation grow, they're not going to know their power. If we continue to keep turning our heads, oh man, these niggas is bugged out, these niggas is crazy. No, that won't happen. Then now, when brothers is not talking to you and they walk away from you, they through the spirit, they left you to your fate, you know? And it's gonna hit you, right? And what's more of transgressing against the law is a sin. Now, if you're not trying to hear and hearken to Hamashiach Yahushai, that's gonna hit you, right? So when you go to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, it tells you in that day, especially in Jacob's trouble, in that day your sins would be your accusers. You know? That joint gonna really hit you. It's gonna really hit you when we get into that, when that day actually comes, you know? Because your sins is gonna be your accusers on that day, you know? You might be able to remember what you did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but can you remember what you did a decade ago, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4, 5? Whenever you was back on the earth again and again, if you believe in reincarnation, regeneration, which goes hand in hand, right? So 2 Chronicles 36:16, it says, but they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. That verse right there, you should meditate on your own. That verse, like, damn near all the scriptures, you know, the more when you increase in his wisdom, the more you attach to the learning, right? The more you start, a brother said last night, he said, the more you take this truth serious, the more you understand. The more you take this truth serious, the more you don't want to be here. You know, the more the easier you get ticked off in the spirit. Not ticked off where now you going out of order, or you allowing your anger to well and cause you to sin. No, we're just talking about, I don't want to be here. Your eyes start being able to open up to knowing what's what. This is bullshit. So I'm gonna read this again, and I got it marked in mine. Let me mark it again for y'all. You gotta mark these things, especially if you ever if you on a meditation level. Misused, right? So this is Second Chronicles. This is history, chapter 36, verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of God. Wait, hold on. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Every time when them brothers is uploading videos. Brothers in the truth and out the truth. Sisters in the truth and out the truth. Right? They're mocking the messengers, man. Even these other nations mocking, especially when they do the Last Supper. All that's Yahushua and the apostles. You know? If they doing that, what is another level? Even more, what's crazy? It could be somebody mocking you and you don't even know it. They'll walk right past you, like me and my brother see all the time, and they start, man, look at them brothers. They look weird as hell. Or you see them, they look at you, and then they walk and they just laugh and smile. They can't say it to your face, but this is what we signed up for. This is our lot, to see what Yahushua was talking about. Only the elect, only the true sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to hearken to those words. If you're not a true sheep of Hamashiach Yahushai, niggas is looking at you like a damn dweeb. You sisters, even if you in the truth, to a man without any sense, you're still a body. It's niggas in here that still have that worldly mindset. You're still a body. You're a nut, right? This is why most women is gonna have a homebody spirit. Real sisters in this man, because right now it's too crazy out here. Most women is not trying to really try to build a YouTube and trying to force herself to be a teacher. Most women is gonna just learn and be quiet. But again, it says they mock the messengers of God and despise his words. Wow, so you mock the messengers and you despise his word. Soon as they ask you a question, why you don't do holidays, do you want me to answer? Yeah. So then you be like, hey, let me show you in the scriptures. No, never mind. Why you always got to go to the book? People despise this word, man. People like, oh, man, why don't you use your wisdom? You don't got to go to that Bible. Let me hear what you got to say. Well, book, chapter, verse is what I want to say. This is 2 Timothy 3 and verse 4. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, right? That's why they despise the word, because they're lovers of pleasure. They don't really love the Most High. This is why you have to evaluate your wife, right? Even you, sis, you got to evaluate the husband that you lay with. Now you got to take the accountability. That's yours now. No, you're his. So the best thing you can do is continue to be the light, continue to believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord willing, the Most High will spark that light on them. Me more, I'm praying for destruction to happen, or I'm praying for a prophecy to be fulfilled. Lord, turn the lights out in this world, really United States. What I mean by that, turn the lights as in taking the men of the Lord off the corner. When the truth is not able to be taught anymore, the light is not going to be here anymore. The light is going to only be in a household of those men and the sisters. The men that been 10 toes down, that light is going to shine in your house. But when the Lord remove us from teaching and closing our mouth like Ezekiel and Zacharias, making our mouth dumb, making our mouth mute, it's not going to be no more light in this place, except for this electrical light. But that light can't even outshine the true men of the Lord when it comes to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord willing, the Lord cut the lights out. Cause you niggas is mocking the messengers. You're despising his words. What else? Misused his prophets. How do you misuse his prophets? By not listening, not hearkening, turning your back while these men is teaching. Right? Just watched the video last night, and he was trying to give them the good news, and then he asked them a question and want them to answer it, but they're going in scriptures. He's like, hey, look, this is what salvation. Hey, no, this is what. No, we got to come together. Where is the verse at? Some of them just think you can go to one verse and just leave it on and go. It's so many things we got to understand. There's so many things we got to be recleansed from. People don't think that the history and the scriptures don't match from the timeline from now all the way back. Yes, it does. The time we in now is really prophecy, because in the scriptures you're not seeing America. You're not seeing the name America. You're not seeing the name of Brazil. You're not seeing those names, right? But through your faith in the alignment of how you see how the scriptures is coming out, you're going to understand if the Lord is talking about ancient Babylon, or is he talking about the modern Babylon, or ancient Egypt, or is he talking about the modern Egypt? Because if we walked out of Egypt, why would it say we would go to Egypt in ships? In all those other times where we fled from the Greek persecution, some of us did go into Egypt. We walked, you know? Then some people might say, because you were scattered four corners of the earth, now you got to get on ships from other places to get back to Egypt. What? Egypt, after it fell back then when we was in there, it didn't have, and when the Greeks ruled, but outside of that, Egypt wasn't nothing. It played its part. It played its lot, right? So we misuse the prophets when they're teaching all the time. Oh man, they did. Man, this brother keep doing a video every day. The Lord, what did he? Man, Israel, the Lord will speak to you once or twice, but Israel won't perceive. Guess what? The third time is your fault, right? But what did the Lord tell Peter? Feed my sheep once time, second time, and the third time. The true, it's talking about the 144,000, they're teaching. If they got the song of Moses and the Lamb, they're teaching. That's their number one job on this earth, you know? And they're balancing out their life. Most likely they're trying to strive for a simple life. And then some brothers might be more on a continuance, like, or they might, if we want to say it, they might have more of a fire in them to teach every day, you know, throughout the day, you know. Like for myself, I have my own jitters, but I don't feel good if I didn't do a lesson, because I know that this is bigger than me, you know. The true men of the Lord is enduring all things for the elect's sake. And the first thing is prophesying, teaching, looking like a fool in the corners, looking like a fool after a 12-hour shift, sweating and dirty as heck. And you know what I'm saying? And still want to motivate the children of Israel when they wake up, because a lot of us wake up, we'll watch our shows, or we'll just watch some dumb stuff on YouTube. Hey, you do what you want. But the true children that want to get the hell up out of here, like Jeremiah, you're going to make your call and election sure. Your first notion, probably if you wake up, is probably saying the Lord's name. And you might have it in your thought, man, what lesson would I go? Let me see what the brother's talking about. Even a woman, you know that you weak, you want to hear this word. You want to hear your history. Sometimes even a sister that's in this truth, to be honest, you want to hear videos going at women, because you want to see what you need to fix about you, right? And then if you get offended on some of the things they saying, that shows you need fixing. Because if Solomon said out of 1,000 women, he ever found one, we going to find that one when we get in the kingdom, right? Because the Lord lowered you women for you to understand your light, or your top-notch spot that you think in your head is not happening until the kingdom. Because half of you women can't even be satisfied with the one thing. The Lord created you for men because he didn't want man to be alone. That's the only reason. You were created for the man. That's the number one thing you gotta, before you go somewhere else, know that you were created for the man. That's it. You wasn't created to be independent, created to do your own thing or run shit or think you a boss or telling a man what he can't do because you think he should just be for you. Or if you think he don't got enough bread, then why you ain't putting. Some women think his money is our money, my money is my money. Like you out your rabbit. Really, you supposed to be making it easier on him because the man is doing the ones is to say a woman gotta clean, she gotta take care of the kids, and if we gotta work, yeah, that's your duty. But a man can take care of them kids too, and they gotta work. But much more, a man has to teach this word. They have to be watching the news. They have to be preparing their family for what's to come. It's not no woman I have found truly that's preparing their family. Let alone if a woman is, oh, I'm preparing these 2 kids. What about the other 7? What about the other 8? This is not no respect of persons. Let alone the men, the elect men is showing the example by doing videos. A real humble woman gonna know, yeah, I ain't really doing nothing. Because a man is doing it more than for his household. He doing this for his household, the household there, that big head woman that just drove past, the next door neighbor, the stinky mailman, Jake mailman, or the sister, right? The men of the Lord is doing these videos for the elect's sake, you know? So they misused the prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. So everybody's going to continue to mock the messengers. They're going to continue despising the word, and they're going to continue misusing the prophets until the Lord bring famine to the word, until the Lord bring the MOTB in full effect, until the Lord bring the race war and then Armageddon, Armageddon, the World War III. When he bring all those things, people gonna be shit faced like, oh man, damn, oh man, they're gonna be trying to cleave, and that's where you look at the Isaiah 4:1. A lot of women's gonna be humble, but right now, what they say, girl, just wanna have fun, and okay, have your fun. You want to continue to despise his word, continue to have fun, because it's gonna come like a thief in the night, and it's gonna be over. That door gonna close on your ass, right? Let me just get this side precept. Forgive me. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And I'm going to start at 72. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide. Right? We didn't get there yet, but I believe that this is going to happen. Right? Faith come by hearing the word. I had to read this, hear it to myself, not let alone hear other brothers bringing it out. They giving their sense to it, and you like, man, this is God. This is going to happen. Right? And even more, because you got to look past all this bullshit. Look past all of this. Look past all this bullshit. You know? If we go in the scriptures, if a lot of this stuff was made from something that's not seen, you have to believe that all this is gonna go. A lot of y'all believe Yahweh shot down on the cross, but you don't believe in why the children of Israel came here. You don't even believe the children of Israel exist anymore, but you believe Yahweh shot is on the cross. How can you really prove that without going in the script? It was no. Even before you go to people that looked at maps and history, why can't you prove it first out the Bible? Because you don't believe in it. This is a faith-based ministry. I don't have to take you all the way to Ephesus to say hey, this is where Paul was teaching. Of course, you can go right on the internet and see that Ephesus was real. But even if you go there and you see physically Ephesus was real, how can you prove Paul was real? This is a faith-based ministry. How can any one of us prove Adam and Eve? The Lord don't tell us in scriptures, as soon as you find the truth, go look for their bones. In my mind, I don't even think it's impossible for us to find those bones, let alone the whole earth was flooded. You go to Jeremiah 8, it tells you at a point in time where the heathen, They got so crafty that they went to, the Judah's, but the Southern Kingdom burial site, and got the bones, man. Let's go to that. You know, this is a faith-based ministry. You know, you do move in action, but everything is faith-based. You know, this is Jeremiah chapter 8. I just want to just show you because I rather Yahweh Bashim Yahushai be true and I'm a liar. This is Jeremiah chapter 8 verse 1. At that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, and the bones of his prince, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, out of their graves. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the host of heaven, whom they have loved, whom they have served, and after whom they have walked, in whom they have sought, in whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered nor be buried. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth. And death shall be chosen rather than life by the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Right? This is going into, they choose death rather than life. Right? So they dug up our bones. There's no scriptures where the Lord tell you to go look for DNA. Go take a DNA test to see if you are Israelite. Because of our fucks ups. When you look in the scriptures, they even tell you that sons at a point in time couldn't even say who their father was. That's why it was hard for them at certain times to say what tribe they come from or if they're an Israelite. But through the faith, and especially when the Lord dealing with you, the captivity, you see the state of your flock. But in every captivity, the children of Israel rised up to the occasion of knowing who they are in their captivity. How much more us, But in each system, in each captivity, the Lord left a remnant of the top men of the Lord that was going to teach you all things, So now we talked a lot about that point. Let's go to another history point. Let's go to 2 Chronicles, the 24th chapter. And let's go to verse 20 and 21. This goes into Zachariah, Salaki, prophesy in death. Now, if you want to, you can read verse 20 to 24. But the point I just want to stick to stay on the topic is 20 and 21. This is what it reads. It says, "And the Spirit of God came upon Zechariah, the son of Jehoiada, the priest, which stood above the people, and said unto them, Thus saith God, why transgress ye the commandments of the Lord Yahweh, that ye cannot prosper?" Right? We can't prosper if we're not doing what the Lord requires us to do. Because ye have forsaken the Lord Yahweh, we have abandoned him. We turned our back. Right? It says, he have also forsaken you. Right? Look at us now. Right? And they conspired against him and stoned him with stones at the commandment of the king in the court of the house of the Lord. Right? They stoned Zechariah, man, just because he was telling them the truth. Israel don't want to hear the truth. Right? So let me just real quick go into a gospel because they speak on this too. Where is it at? Okay, this is Luke, the 13th chapter, verse 31 to 35. It goes into Jerusalem's desolate house. It says, "The same day there came certain of the Pharisees, saying unto him, Get thee out and depart hence, for Herod will kill thee. And he said unto them, Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils, I do cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected. Nevertheless, I must walk today and tomorrow, and the day following. For it cannot be that a prophet perish out of Jerusalem. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which kills the prophets, and stonest them that are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together as a hen doeth gather her brods under her wings, and ye would not? Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. Verily I say unto you, ye shall not see me until the time come when ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Now it's another one where it was talking about Zechariah. Salaki family. It's another one, but that might be in a whole nother chapter. I don't want to take too long. There's another one where it get a little specific. It might be one of the verses I actually already got written down, but my mind is thinking about it right now. But hey, if you find it, Lord willing, you can see, in the New Testament, they bring that part back out. Abel, he was killed by the wicked seed Cain. All the way from Abel all the way to Zechariah, a lot of the true men of the Lord was killed because they was prophesying the truth. The people around didn't want to hear it. So let's go to another history book. Let's go to Nehemiah. We're going to go to Nehemiah chapter 9 and read verse 26. It says, 26, it says, nevertheless, they were disobedient and rebelled against thee, and cast thy law behind their backs, and slew thy prophets, which testified against them to turn them to thee, and they wrote great provocation. Right? Man. And I bet you in that time it was crazy. They really like, why you teaching like deliberately? And we seen it in the hood, like, where niggas, they about to, like, he talk like, man, you should have never did this, and then a nigga just turn his back to you while you talking. Straight disrespect. But how much more is it a disrespect doing that towards Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Because the men of the Lord was sent by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He sent us, you know? It's all, look, nobody brought me in this truth. Nobody called me, yo, bro, man, yo, you, man, you gotta know. I didn't get that chance where somebody say, hey, but guess what? That still would have been the Lord, right? But how it came, I was under the influence. And I started reading, and I got confounded that I was being lied to my whole life with this and that. So I started asking questions, and those questions didn't get answered. But when I came across somebody that understood and was going through the Bible the correct way, I ask a question, they'll go right in there, you know? But how much more now that me and my brothers and so many other people that was way before us that stepped in this lot, how many people did you see just turn the back right on you while you teaching? You know, some of us seen demons pop into people, you know? You know, brothers had moments where brothers was trying to interrupt camp, trying to read the Bible, and then after we end camp, you find out or you see on the news that that person got shot in the back or something. You know, the Lord not playing with none of us, man. Everything is being recorded. Everything is being recorded. So if you want to turn your back on the actual truth that's coming out, if you want to duck and weave, oh man, I just don't want to get played. Man, I just give an ear. How can you really give an ear if somebody giving you precept, and you hearing them bring it out, and you're not writing it down and then reading it for yourself to be like, dang, I wonder how you came up with that, and then you read it, and then after you read it, you're like, yo, I get what you're saying. Or, nah, when I read it, I got something else. Because 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16, these scriptures was made to inspire us, to correct us, rebuke us, and to give us the doctrine, good doctrine. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 2. And if we not getting good doctrine, what you just gonna be like, oh man, in your head, man, oh man, I don't get that, and keep it moving. Even the Lord tell, like, if somebody is asking a question, you gotta give them an answer. So even the Lord has this thing ready. If say if I'm growing and I don't know something, right, or if I come across and this brother teaches something else, I'm supposed to get up and be like, hey, brother, because you can't be a yes man in this. You have to be able to go in them scriptures and see it too. Because if two can agree, they can walk together. If we can't agree on something, we ain't walking together. So how much more is the unison of brothers in different congregations? Is they agreeing? If they can say, "No, we not agreeing," then that shows in this when it comes to this real truth, we can't walk together. Ain't no such thing as unity camp. If we bring out everything we ever taught, from parables, dark sayings, to prophecies throughout the whole Bible, and we can't agree all the way through, we can't walk together. You know, and that's the lot of the true men, the elect. You know, they're not trying to be with everybody. They're trying to be with the ones that's trying to teach and believe in the same doctrine, the same correction, the same truth, the same Hamashiach, the same Yahweh, the same one power. If anything is out of wax, out of order, it's not going to the drawing board. It's going to correct that, you know, because the truth is out. The 100% truth is out here. And the elect is walking in that because we can go to Revelations, I believe it's the 14th chapter. Yeah. Yeah, the 14th chapter where the 144,000 is singing a song, even in Revelations 15, that nobody is singing, you know? And that's why people despise it. This is why people misuse the prophet. Because they don't want to. They don't want to hear that truth. Well, what does it say? Isaiah 30 and 10. Let's go. I was about to go to an actual precept, but let's go to this because I just said that. Isaiah 30 and 10. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 10. It says, would say to the seers, which is visionaries, right? Prophets. It says, see not to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. Like, you have to be a demon to say, don't prophesy right things, prophesy deceit. Don't tell us the truth. Teach us smooth things, right? Like, what? You a damn demon. You don't want the truth. You want me to lie to you. You know? You a demon, man. You a straight, full out demon. Anybody that don't even want to hear the truth, you got a freaking spirit in you, man. If you don't want to hear the words of the Lord, that's the left hand side, man. You got a spirit on you that's taking you away from growing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know? And if you shrug your shoulders like, I don't care, you got a damn demon in you. You know? This word's supposed to be our delight. Actually, let's get that because I came across a precept the other day. What was it? Was it 100? Right. This is Psalms 100 verse 2. It says, serve the Lord Yahweh with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Singing what? Right? Singing his truth. But you got to serve the Lord with gladness, like you want to be here. Right? It's another one. It says something about, yep. This is Psalms 99, verse 5. It says, "Exalt ye the Lord Yahweh our power, and worship at his footstool, for he is holy." What is the footstool? The earth. So we should be worshiping the Lord. And that worship can go even into obeying, you know? Actually, let's go to the blue letter and find that out right now. Right? Going to Psalms 99. That was verse 5. So, um, this worship goes into to bow down, to bow down before superior, in homage before God and worship, reverence, respect, fall, stoop, humbly beseech, do reverence, respect, right? So it's bow down, right? To do respect, right? So you basically bowing down to the Lord, man. That's you giving up the hands, right? Worshiping the Lord even more is knowing that he is the power, knowing that he's obsolete, right? Knowing that he knows all things, he sees all things. What's another one? There's another one. Right, let me see. Yep. Back to Psalms 99, verse 1. It says, "The Lord Yahweh reigneth. Let the people tremble. He sitteth between the cherubims. Uh, let the earth be moved. The Lord Yahweh is great in Zion, and he is high above all people. Let them praise thy great and terrible name, which is Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, for it is holy." Right? We gotta be exalting Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Come on, man. Let's go to is another one. Psalms 95, verse 6. "Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord Yahweh our Maker. For he is our power, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if we will hear his voice." Who is the sheep of his pasture? The men. And then under the men, it's the woman, because the woman is the sheep of the men. The Lord created the woman for the men, right? So the women, you are our problem. You know, the Lord is dealing with you under the men, you know? So you got to get in line. Especially if you women that don't have a husband, you should be learning under the feet, under the true men of the Lord, the true teachers. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Salaki, Shemi Walla is in the building. Salaki, brother, I didn't see your script, man. Salaki, brother. Okay. The brother put Sirach 43. Ecclesiasticus chapter 43. 43, verse 30. This is what it reads. Sirach chapter 43, verse 30. "When ye glorify the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary. For ye can never go far enough." You can never go far enough for the Lord. That even goes with Isaiah 62, 6 and 7. "Wear out the Lord." Right? You can never exhaust. You know, you can't run him out. You can't run him out his energy. You can't run him out his fire. You can't run him out his power. Use him as much as you can because he's your power. He is the unlimited source. you know, use him. You know, you got to use him as much as you can. You know, like when you are trying to cross the street and they got the people that stop. Use them. You know, the Lord tell us in 1 Corinthians 7:31, use the world but don't abuse it. But Yahweh, you got to use them. Use them up. Use them up. And I think that verse, I think I brought that verse out before. I think I used it in the GNT. Let me see. No, I think this is. But this is Sirach 43, verse 30 in the Good News Translation. Though you do your best to praise him, he is greater than you can ever express. Though you honor him tirelessly and with all your strength, you still cannot praise him enough. You can't, man, we cannot praise Yahweh Shema Shai enough. This is why he should be your daily delight. Daily delight. No one has seen him. No one can describe him. It's talking about us. Yahweh Shai did, right? The elect did. But anybody under the sun, being created under the sun, no, they haven't. Some people will argue, see, Yahweh Shai wasn't with him and the elect wasn't. No, see, your comprehension level is nowhere to be found. Nobody under the sun has seen him. Under the sun, right? No one has seen him. No one can describe him. No one can praise him as he deserves. Wow. Mysteries greater than these are still unknown. We know only a fraction of his work. And that is true because there's certain things that wasn't even documented that Yahweh Shai did. How much more the apostles? How much more Yahweh? You know, there's a lot going on. This is why I've lately been saying this truth is bigger than us. You know, it says the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, made the universe and then gave wisdom to devout people, right? Who is, wow. Now when we go to Cornelius, when we go to Acts, the 2nd chapter, it was devout men speaking to Israelite, really the southern kingdom in different languages, right? And they got hit with the Rakak Wadash, you know, that the Lord have given them a gift, you know. Lord willing, the Lord bless us with a gift, right? Lord willing, the Lord can allow me to be a devout man, but to be looked like that or to be called that in a time of Jacob trouble. Not saying that now, you know, saying it when the Lord need me, you know, for his children in that day. You know, it might come that one of you brothers might have that moment where somebody can really be sick and they need healing, but they had a tainted faith of the Lord, but the Lord see that their faith is way bigger. And so the Lord might move them to go to your shadow and they be like, oh man, I walk near your shadow and I'm healed. Right there, if you was really in this thing, you're going to think of Peter, you know? And that even goes even more. We can never do enough of praising and exalting Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Some of y'all be like, man, I've been praising him all my life, and I still get the end of the stick. Nigga, we all gonna get the end of the stick until Yahweh Shai come and collect the elect, you dumb mother suckers. We can't be on this side thinking we about to have a whole cake in a buffet. This money wasn't made by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You know? This is not it. The kingdom the Lord gonna give us is gold. Like, you don't even need the sun or the moon. That's how fire it is. And you niggas is like, I want this dream house. The Lord and bless me with a dream house. Nigga, have you ever taught any of your kids the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord? Have you even brought down a prophecy? Have you even gave them the understanding on why the Lord chose the children of Israel instead of all the other nations? Have you even got deep to understand 3 things that the Lord detests? The Philistines, the dumb Samaritans, stupid Samaritans, how they say it in Sirach, the 50th chapter, and uh, one that don't even deserve to be called a nation, which are Edomites. You know, the Lord's power is amazing, man. Dang, man. So let's go to this one. We're about to be ending real shortly, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is First Kings chapter 19, verse 10. Going into Elijah, I'll start at 9. It says, he came thither into a cave and lodged there, and behold, the word of the Lord Yahweh came to him, and he said unto him, what doest thou here, Elijah? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts. For the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thy altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only am left, and they seek my life to take it away. If it's not the nations trying to kill the men of the Lord, it's going to even be people in our own nation that's going to try to kill the elect men, right? And even you sisters is going to have problems. This serving Yahweh by Shem Shai comes with long suffering, right? Where we at now and where we're going to be. Jacob trouble is going to have us in a moment where brothers and sisters might lose faith, right? Right now, we see some brothers and sisters where their faith is really tainted, you know? They'll believe in a damn Harry Potter book or a magician doing magic tricks before they believe in Yahweh Shem Shai. They think niggas is crazy that they believe in a man sitting on the throne up there. Actually, you got Yahweh on his throne, right? And Yahweh Shai in the flesh in his throne, right? They think we bugged out, you know? But you show me the person that made this, you know? You tell me, show me who made this. And even more, our power loves us so much that he had a book written. Show me any other God that documented everything. History. And the best thing about this power, this writing is really about one nation. And other nations is surrounded around them. So they're added in the book. And those other nations fit prophecies in the book. But the whole book is about Israelites. It's for Israelites. This is given to Israelites. The Lord was dealing with Israelites on a higher spectrum level you don't even understand. Because in the leaders of the nation of Israel is the elect, technically, starting with the men. And they help Yahweh Shai make the things that we do see. Not your dumb mansion, but the things that is the flowers, the trees, right? The seasons, the weathers, right? It didn't take a day like what you see in Genesis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the Lord's time, when he made it, 1 was 1,000. 2 was 2,000. 3 was 3,000. 4 was 4,000. 5 was 5,000. 6 was 6,000. 7 was 7,000. It wasn't 7 days. In human flesh, we'll think that. But in the Lord's time, 1 day is 1,000 to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? That's amazing. You know? We can't even fathom the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But Elijah said he was jealous for the Lord. How much more is you? Like Jeremiah said, the true men of the Lord, they hate this fucking place, man. They ready for this thing to go. You know? I don't know about y'all, but you have to know, even the true men of the Lord back in that day, it was even, Yahweh Shai, is the kingdom coming? They wanted the kingdom there, right there and now. You know? This is why the men would be stern in their household. You know? Yo, we got to do better, man. Nah, 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 nah. You getting on your wife. Nah, 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 nah. Then, other than that, in most cases, a woman is going to play her role so that she don't got to hear her man go at her. But then she'll hear a lesson and then get hit again because you women fell really low, you know? And in this time, it's about the power given back to the men of the Lord. Giving that knowledge back to the men of the Lord. Men becoming real husband. starting with the spiritual marriage with Yahushai, getting that garment on. If you're not allowing your husband to get that garment on, and you worried about everything else, you're not fit. So when the kingdom come, the Lord might switch your role, and you might be the bottom wife. This is real. On this side, we have to really be putting the motion of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We have to change the scenario for ourselves. Lord willing, the Most High is doing that in us, right? And you can see it. Are you despising the word of the Lord? Are you mocking the prophets? Are you misusing the prophets? Right? Even if you is in the truth, I'm a baby in this and I'm a teacher. I'm a considered a prophet for what I see, what I believe in the brothers that I'm around, right? If I received a prophet, I believe I'm receiving a prophet's gifts, you know. But on that notion, brothers is called to prophesy on nations, pestilence, wars, and kingdoms. And the Lord got men doing that today, tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that, especially on Saturday. And if you doing that and it's in truth, especially if the men of the Lord ain't doing no rebuttal or rebuke on you, all praise to the Most High. But let alone let your light shine. So if you do go off, Lord willing, you can be corrected. And the real men of the Lord, they don't want to be teaching a lie. They don't want to be going off, but they're ready to be corrected. You know, brothers is gonna say, "Hey, Lord, if I'm saying anything that's incorrect to what you bringing, Lord, please correct it." You know, true men of the Lord want to be corrected. True men of the Lord want to teach the truth. You know. So again, be jealous for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Be jealous for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, continue to press towards the mark and be jealous for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Don't let nobody mess up your light and your shine that you have for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Being jealous for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not letting darkness come into your house, not letting anger stay in your temple for too long, because now you're getting out of wax. You know, always have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in that heart. You know, because it's easy for the Lord to blow that candlestick or remove you from this truth, because this is his. You know, literally, he don't need you. Like literally, he could have made you an Edomite. He chose you. St. John 15 verse 16. Acts chapter 7 verse, I'm gonna read the whole thing from 51 to 60. Is 2 points. You got Stephen accusing the accusers, and then you got the stoning of Stephen, right? Because he was true for this. He was true. He was serious about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Better words, right? So Acts chapter 7 verse 51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, do ye always resist the Holy Ghost, as your fathers did, so do ye? A lot of our brothers and sisters is resisting the Rakak Wadash because they have no faith. You cannot get on the deep level if you're too stiff-necked for the Rakak Wadash. That's why you go to Wisdom of Solomon. That's a good chapter, chapter 7. She's a moving motion, and she will not go into a deceit vessel or a malicious soul, right? 52, it says, which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted, and they have slain them which showed before the coming of the just one, which is Yahushai, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers, right? They betrayed Yahushai and they murdered Yahushai, putting them on the cross. Them niggas is back here right now. You niggas is dead. Whoever you is, man, you niggas is dead, man, right? 53, it says, who have received the law by the disposition of angels and have not kept it. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart, to the mind, and gashed on him with their teeth. But he, being full of the Holy Ghost, the Rakak Wadash, looked up standfastly into heaven and saw the glory of God and Yahushai standing on the right hand of God. Right? This man paid no mind of their ridicule and their torment on him. Now, how much more us now? My hand just got slammed by this damn thing at work. And I was like, how much more? So you got to really believe in the Lord. Lord willing, he'll numb the pain. Put your mind in a trance. Maybe you see a vision in the guillotine cutting your head right off. Or they cutting your foot. Or you getting shot and you going to survive, but you can't even feel the bullet and it just slide right out. How much, like, come on, these men, they was cut to the heart, the gash in the teeth on, the gash on him with their teeth, but he was being filled with the Rakakwadash. He looked up steadfastly into heaven and saw the glory of God and Yahushua standing on the right hand of God. He didn't see David, just for you OT only, Salaki. He seen Yahushua, right? And said, behold, I see the heavens opened and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of God. Then they cried out with a loud voice and stooped their ears and ran upon him with one accord. See, they're in unity to kill this nigga. But they don't have the Rakakwadash to know that this man was telling the truth, right? And guess what? It happened. I didn't get stoned, but when I didn't have the Rakakwadash. I probably had a little, but not really. When Yarmayan would see chariots. Like, man, dude, man, you ain't seeing no chariots. I wasn't even growing. I wasn't even doing my due diligence fully just yet. But I was telling this man he wasn't seeing the chariot until that one day when the Lord increased me to reading more, watching videos more, taking my time more. Then I finally seen one, man. Seen one at this brother's house. And this one was beyond this man, what? Then going towards Florida, and one was following us. And I seen it moving here. That wasn't on no plane. This thing was moving this way over the car, man. And ever since we grew and then we left HOI, I gotta say it, and then brothers cleave to the right understanding great millstone, I've been seeing chariots every weekend. Sometimes even seeing some hovering over the house and moving around. But the things that I seen one stand go like this and phew. I seen ones doing twirls in a circle. Like I haven't that at nighttime. That's not no plane, B. And I know when I was dissing my brother, you know, I'm taking accountability. And they just didn't have the Rakakwadash to know that this man was really seeing what he was seeing. How much more us now? Right? Do you think niggas is fools because they teaching all the dang time? Right? You just don't see it. You know? You just like me and you just like these niggas. You just like these niggas, man. You don't see it. All praise to Yahweh Shem Al Shai. He didn't give it to you to see. Woo! Yo, he didn't give it to you to see, man. Aw, boo-boo. Aw, Tukey. He didn't give it to you to see, man. Right? Now, verse 57, it says, then they cried out with a loud voice and stooped their ears and ran upon with one accord and cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witnesses laid down their clothes at a young man's feet whose name was Saul. Saul became Peter. And look, Saul had to be around these men because guess what? Saul was a Pharisee. Pharisee of Pharisees. Hebrew of Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? It's Saul right here catching their clothes and don't even know later on the Lord is going to make you suffer, bro. The Lord chose Paul to be a vessel to suffer. You know? How much more us? Now, when I think about it, the Lord called me where I was at, and now I'm in this thing teaching, man. I know Yahweh Shem Yahushai is real. I know he brought me in this truth, man. This is the realest thing out here, man. Not you niggas. This truth is the realest thing out here. And how much more the Lord showing he ain't playing. The Lord had me bouncing around to make sure I'm serious about this. Had me in my own, the TCF. Before TCF wandering around. Then had me in HOI. I'm just being honest. And then the Lord removed us. Because brothers didn't feel that they was getting fed. Now brothers is eating. I grew weight in the spirit, man. You know? Now I'm able to talk and not stop. I'm able to go in these scriptures and not stop. You know? It's all because of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And what makes it even better, he put me around the unity of brothers. We gonna go back to that Acts. I'm trying to close, but there's more coming out. What is it? This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach, chapter 25, verse 1. This is what helps you brothers grow, you know? I wanted that. When I seen young man having discernment of spirits, when he knew negativity was around him, I'm like, man, I need that to understand how to remember precepts. And seeing this man with flashcards, other brothers with small notebooks. And I tried them both. It didn't work. But then the big notebooks work. But I had to be serious for it. And that was all watching men that was willing to take correction. Men that was being moved. Brothers that was dealing with problems. Brothers that wanted to get fed. We were all going through the same thing. And I seen their growth. And the more that I watched them, the more the Lord allowed me to grow with them. Right? That was just all the Rakak Wadash. This is Sirach chapter 25, verse 1. In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both for God and men. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. Now, unity means oneness. Wasn't they in oneness when they came to attack Stephen with stones? Yes. They were in oneness and wickedness. How much more is the elect on this side standing boldly for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? They're 100% in oneness, in unity, right? They're all teaching the same thing. Prophecies, dark sayings, parables, the milk, the basics. They're teaching the 100% truth in oneness, baby, right? So Acts chapter 7, we was dealing with Saul, and then later on in this book, in the book of Acts, Saul eventually is going to be a servant of the Lord and then going to become an apostle and understand his old way and take accountability. Man, I don't even deserve this truth, but the Lord called me. That's why he endured all things for the elect's sake, right? Now, verse 59, it says, and they stoned Stephen, calling upon God and saying, Lord Yahweh Shai, receive my spirit. Yo, think on that. Acts chapter 7, verse 59. Think on that when you're on the guillotine. Think about that when you're taken to the FEMA camp. Think on that when you're in your house, when the famine of the word or Jacob trouble take place, right? Think on that where the Lord your flight might have to take place before you leave. Call on Yahweh Shema Shai to guide you in the spirit, you know? If Stephen is calling on the Lord when he's getting stoned to take his spirit, how much more you? Right? 60, the last verse. And he knelt down and cried with a loud voice, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep. Right? But they killed the men of the Lord. And anybody else that either was a descendant of the Pharisees that wanted to kill Yahushua, guess what? Your blood, the Lord is going to require your blood at the end, man. The Lord is going to require your blood at the end, you know. Again, Lord willing, we are of the hopeful elect, man, starting with the men on down. Lord willing, you're pressing towards the mark. Lord willing, you have a delight for this. Lord willing, you're serious about this, you know. Lord willing, you're meditating on it, right? Because in order to want something, you should be thinking on it before you have it, you know. Hold on, Salaki, I said that was the last one. This is the last one. This is the last one. Lord willing, this is the last one. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and the last verse. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 25. It says, receive therefore instructions through my words, and it shall do you good. That's not the one, Salaki. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. But that's still good though too. It says, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to the kingdom, right? And that wisdom of Solomon 9 and 6 is the wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. If you desire his wisdom, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to bring you to the kingdom. Bring you to the kingdom. Bring you to the kingdom. You know? This is where we're working. You know, work to get in the Lord's kingdom. You know, don't be in this society working to get this kingdom. Fuck this place, man. For real, for real. For real, for real. But again, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect, the men and the women. Lord willing, you can continue to strive and enduring in this thing. I want to give all praise to the one true power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. And with that, Yahweh speed. Shalom.